everyone, my name's Carly and I'm an artist based in Australia running my online shop, and I love making YouTube videos. In today's video, I wanted to chat about how to start an art business and how you can grow it in just 5 easy steps. Whilst I talk, you can watch me sketch using Procreate on the iPad Pro, and the brush I'm using is actually one of my custom made sketch brushes which you can get and use yourself, so I'll leave a link below in case you're interested. So if you're right at the beginning of your art journey or even years in, but maybe you've been doing it as a hobby and now you're ready to start taking it seriously, these 5 tips will definitely help steer you in the right direction, as they are essentials to getting your business off the ground. Step 1, the first step, is you want to plan your business. So think about what exactly you want to do, what direction you want to go in. Maybe that's children's books, maybe it's running your online shop, or maybe you want to get into surface pattern design. Then you'll want to focus on a few things to get started. So creating a website, and you don't have to pay out for an expensive one to start, just an online platform to showcase your work and what you do. I know some artists who use a platform called Behance.com. They share their work on there as a portfolio place, and that is free to join. And also you can just even start with just Instagram or have a Facebook page. You can get a website down the line once your business has grown a little bit. Also, think about your social media presence and how you want to show up. So do you want to use an Instagram page, Facebook page, TikTok, etc.? Try and only pick one to start with, or it can get overwhelming. Once you get the hang of it and you feel like you have time to do more, then you can open up another social media account. Posting on social media these days can definitely feel like a full-time job in itself, especially with all the video content they are pushing out for now. So that's why just starting with one will be a lot less overwhelming and easier to keep up with. So for the type of business you're building, you want to think about what social websites do your ideal customers hang out on the most, and start with that. The next step is you want to be organized from the beginning in your business. This will save you so much headache in the future. This can include keeping all of your artwork files in folders and naming them all. So whether that is in the Procreate app, if you use that, you can name all your folders and drag them into stacks as well, and you can name the stacks. And also if you use folders on computers, keep on track with naming and organizing it on there as well. And I would name them as categories or subjects depending on what you do. And then also every year or 2 years, I would archive all of your work and drag it onto a USB or something, so that it keeps your storage low and it allows room for new work. Archiving all of your work on a regular is something I really wish I'd started doing from the beginning. So I'm just recommending it to you. If you're just starting, definitely keep on top of that. Also, keeping track of expenses is a really good thing too, and any receipts that you get, keep hold of them just in case you need them. And what I did was I actually made a business folder and I created tabs for sections. So I had tax, superannuation, invoices, any certificates, important information. And in mine, I also have some pages where it tells me how to print certain things. So how to print out my bookmarks, how to set up the file for green card or something, and what printer settings I need. So if I haven't made a certain product in a couple of weeks or something, and it's I suddenly might just forget it, at least I can go back to the page in my folder for exactly what I need, and it's just so handy to do. So I definitely recommend that. Step 3 is you want to connect with others. So obviously it's important to keep engaged with your customers and your followers. You want to be active in the comments of your social media and your websites, reply back to people's questions, and also get out of the house and connect with actual people as well. But if you are running an online shop, then try out some markets and try and talk to new people. Maybe look for nearby art or business events, take some business cards and hand them out. Sometimes events can also be online as well, so there are like online meetups or on like video calls where people get together and keep each other accountable. And I'd also suggest reaching out to companies and like shops in your town. Like share your artwork and leave your details, because you never know who might love your work and like what amazing opportunities you could get. You can even reach out by email as well, as also like walking into shops. It might feel scary going into a store and trying to advertise yourself as an artist, but you just need to have confidence in yourself, and don't worry if you don't hear back from anyone or like if they aren't interested. There's lots of reasons and factors why people don't get back to you, or they just say no, but you know, just got to brush it off and move on to the next, as long as you've tried. The next step, number 4, is to prepare price sheets and contracts. So if you're offering art commissions, then you need to write down somewhere like all of your prices for all the different things that you offer. Keep note of all the like terms and conditions as well, and like the process you take from like somebody reaching out to you to like sending over the final artwork if it's like commissions. So I'd also write out like a template for what you would reply back to someone once they reach out. So they might reach out for a commission, you want to write a template, so something like hi, like, and then put their name, thanks so much for reaching out, here are a list of our prices, etc, etc. So something along those lines. And every time someone asks you that same kind of question, you can just copy and paste that template, but always remember to change the important bits like their name, or delete out like what isn't necessary depending on what they're asking. Also, get a contract in place. So write one out ready so that you are like ready for that first customer. Then you can just tweak and edit it to match each customer's needs, and it will save you so much time. And then, like in step 2, keep all of your contracts organized in a folder so that you can keep track of them easily. The last step, number 5, is you want to diversify your income streams. So as an artist, you'll want to start with one income stream that will be like your main focus, and then you want to add on like another 1 or 2 that can be like a passive income, and this will be just easy to manage when you're starting. So that passive income basically means where you can make the art once, but then when people purchase from you, it doesn't require as much extra work on your end. So an example of this could be like a digital download file or something. People can buy that digital download and then they receive the file right away, and so you might spend a lot of time creating the file and setting it up, but once it's done, there isn't much else for you to do. So that's kind of like making a passive income. So check out my YouTube video on ways an artist can make money, as I do share loads of different ways in that video. So I'll link it up the top right hand side of the video and also below in the description. So go and check that out after this one if you want to. But that should definitely give you some ideas and give you a good starting point. So once you're making money from 1 or 2 of these income streams, you can add on more if you want, it's up to you. It's so important as an artist to have more than one. Because for example, if you're running an online shop, but then you go on holiday or you get sick, you may have to close your shop for a while. So if you had other income streams more than just your shop, then at least you'll be able to make money from those to back you up. So you're not gonna so you still feel financially stable and you'll still enjoy your holiday, and you won't be able to stress out as much. So I hope these 5 steps help you in starting your business and grow with success. I hope you've enjoyed watching me sketch on Procreate as well. Let me know what your favourite sketch that I've done is. You can check out more of my links below the video, and I hope to see you soon in another one. Subscribe to my channel for more art videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!